Good morning to all. Today I am going to discuss about Introduction to Communication Protocols Lab. This is Nerella Om. I am working as an assistant professor in Gokarazu Rangaraju Institute of Engineering and Technology in Hyderabad. Okay. First we will see what is the protocol. Communication protocols are a set of rules that allow two or more communication systems to communicate data via any physical medium. That means that protocol is nothing but is the set of rules and regulation between two or more devices not to communicate with each other through a physical medium, maybe wired or wireless. The protocols can be implemented by both hardware and software or combination of both. Okay. Actually, protocol means it is a set of rules and regulation between the two or more devices not to communicate with each other. The set of rules and regulations on how the data is backed, when the data is sent, and when the data is received, and the character contains how many bits. This is the protocol. Next, there are two types of protocols. One is the serial communication protocols and parallel communication protocols. Serial communication protocols means it can transmit only one bit at a time. Parallel communication protocols mean it can transmit more than one bit at a time. In serial communication, it requires only one single line to transfer the single bit. Whereas in parallel communication, it requires more than one line is required. Suppose 4-bit parallel communication means we can require minimum 4 lines. Suppose if it is a 8-bit data transfer means we can require 8 data lines. Generally, serial communication is preferred for long distance communication. In parallel communication, it is mainly used for short distance communication. The advantage of parallel communication is high speed, but disadvantage is the cost of the circuit is more and the complexity is more and power consumption is also more. Whereas in serial communication, it is require only single line, so the cost is less, power consumption is less, simplicity. The examples for serial communication protocols are UART, means universal asynchronous receiver transmitter, and universal USART means universal synchronous asynchronous receive transmit. Next, I2C means it is also a serial communication protocol. It is an inter-integrated circuit protocol. Next one is SPI, serial to peripheral interface protocol, and USB. USB means universal serial bus protocol. CAN, control area network protocol. These are all are the examples for serial communication protocol. Mainly, generally we are preferring CAN protocol for automobile application. In parallel communication protocol, the best example is microcontroller interfacing with LCD is a parallel communication. Another parallel communication protocols are ISA, Industry Standard Architecture Bus, and EISA means Electronic Industry Standard Architecture Bus. These are the examples for the communication protocols. Coming to the communication protocols lab experiment, the first one is serial communication experiment. Okay, in which they are classified into 3 types. One is the Arduino serial communication, another one is AVR serial communication, another one is bit banking technique. Using 3 techniques, we are able to do the experiment using serial communication. Next, parallel communication experiment is microcontroller, that is the Arduino Uno interfacing with LCD to display some information. That may be sensor information, that may be anything. Next one is I2C based experiment. I2C stands for Inter-Integrated Circuit Protocol. Mainly here we are interfacing microcontroller with I2C based 7-segment display to display some number or to display the any string, that may be GR, IT or EC on the I2C based 7-segment display. Similarly, SPI protocol is there. Using SPI protocol, we are able to perform some experiment, that is a SPI based 7-segment display. We are communicating Arduino, we are interfacing Arduino Uno with SPI based 7-segment display. We are able to display some information on the 7-segment display. Next one is Bluetooth. Bluetooth and Zigbee and Wi-Fi, these are the wireless based appliances, wireless based devices Using these devices, we are able to perform, we are monitoring and control the appliances through wireless. Here, first one is the Bluetooth. Using Bluetooth, we can monitoring and control the appliances up to 10 meters only. Suppose we want to monitor and control the devices from 100 meters, we are using the Zigbee. Next one is Wi-Fi, wireless fidelity. Using Wi-Fi model, we are able to perform the IoT based applications. Coming to the list of hardwares and softwares used in communication protocol labs. In hardwares are, first we are using the laptop or system with Windows or Unix operating system, that may be Windows 8 or Windows 10 with a 64-bit OS, and we are using the boards as basic board as Arduino Uno board. It is basically Atmel 8-bit microcontroller, that is the Atmega 320i. It is a 8-bit microcontroller based board. Next one is interfacing devices. Interfacing devices are LED and citrus shields, LCD shields, sensors. Here we are using the various sensors, maybe light sensor, that is a LDR, light dependent resistor, or LM35 temperature sensor, or fire sensor, or gas sensor. Next one is I2C and SPI based 7-segment displays. Using I2C and SPI based 7-segment displays, we are able to display some information on the 7-segment display. Next one is relay modules. Using the relay module, we are able to control the 230 volts AC appliances, that may be 230 volts AC bulb or a fan. Next one is Bluetooth module. Using Bluetooth module, we are performing monitoring and control the appliances using Bluetooth within the 10 meters. Next, we are using the Zigbee module, that is the XCTU modules are available, that is the XB modules are available. Using those modules, we are able to perform, we are able to communicate from transmitter to receiver through wireless communication using Zigbee up to 100 meters. Next, we are going to the Wi-Fi module or Node MCU module. Using those modules, we are able to perform the IoT based application like IoT based weather monitoring system, IoT based healthcare monitoring and alert system. The main purpose of Wi-Fi module is we are reading the sensor data and send the sensor data to the cloud. From the cloud, using some app, we are able to, user can retrieve the data from the cloud. Next, in this lab, we are using the software is Arduino IDE. Arduino IDE means integrated development environment. Means it contains the required tools, all the required embedded tools on a single package. It contains editor, means wherever we are editing the code or wherever we are writing that code, that is nothing but editor. It contains the editor, compiler, assembler, linker, loader, all are on a single package. That's why it's called integrated development environment. The main why we are using the Arduino IDE is it is a open source IDE. The one more advantage is we can easy to develop the IoT and embedded application with the availability of the open source libraries. Next one is we are going to the Arduino board. In this lab, basically we are using one microcontroller board, that is the Arduino Uno board. This is the Arduino Uno board. It is a microcontroller based board. It has Atmega 328 micro. It is a 8-bit microcontroller. It has 14 digital pins. They are numbered from 0 to 13. Out of 14, 2 pins are responsible for serial communication. That is the 0 is the receive and 1 is the transmit. Using these pins only, the microcontroller is able to communicate with the external devices, external wireless based device. Suppose you want to communicate with the Bluetooth or Zigbee module, those modules should be connected to the serial communication pins only. And 6 analog pins, they are numbered from A0 to A5, and the power supply pins are V in, ground 5 volts, 3.3 volts. The main operating voltage for this board is a 5 volts. There is a one USB port. That's why it's called Uno. Uno means only single. it has only one USB port. That's why it is called Arduino Uno board. There is a power jack is also there. We can give the external power supply to the board. The main operating voltage is the 5 volts. Operating frequency is the 16 megahertz. Coming to the features of Arduino Uno, it is a 8-bit microcontroller unit. It has a 14 digital pins. Out of 14, 6 PWM pins. Pulse width modulation pins. Using these pins, we can vary the brightness of the LED, or using these pins, we can vary the speed of the motor. The PWM pins are 3, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, and 6 unlock pins. These are numbered from A0 to A5. The main purpose of unlock pins means we can connect the unlock sensor must be connected to the unlock pins of the Arduino Uno only. The operating voltage is 5 volts, one USB port, one power jack, one in-circuit serial programming means on the board itself, we can upload the program into kit. There is no need of external burner. Whereas in 8051 case, we should use the two software. One is the Keil software, another one is the ProLoad software. But in our Arduino case, only single software is required to compile and upload. For everything, it is run by only single software, that is the Arduino IDE. In a 8051 case, we need the external burner to upload the program into kit. Here, there is no need of external burner. On the board itself, we can upload the program into kit using the facility of in-circuit serial programming. Coming to the features of Atmega 328, is the Atmega 328. It is a 28-pin IC. Out of 28 pins, 28 pins are divided into 3 ports: port B, port C, and port D. It has 28-pin IC. It has 32 kilobytes of flash memory, 1 kilobytes of EEPROM, 2 kilobytes of RAM, and 1 UART, and 6-channel 10-bit ADC means 6-channel means 6 pins. That is the A0 to A5. It is a 10-bit ADC resolution. One is the SPI interface, I2C interface, 6 PWM channels, 2 8-bit timers. Timers are counters mainly used to generate the time delay or to count the number of pulses. The operating frequency is 16 MHz. Coming to the difference between Arduino and AVR program. Using this board, we are able to write the two programs, either Arduino programming and AVR programming. Arduino programming is very simple because we should not require any hardware architecture details. We should aware of at least where we are connected, the sensor or any input or output devices, which pin it is connected to the Arduino Uno. Whereas in AVR case, we must aware of hardware architecture. Then only we can write the program in AVR. AVR means register level programming. Arduino is the high level program. Here the program is predefined. Using Arduino case, using predefined function, we are able to write the program. But in AVR, using the registers, we are writing the program. Portability means Arduino program is compatible to any Arduino based board. Means if you are writing the code for Arduino Uno using Arduino program, that program may be run on Arduino Duo or Arduino Nano or Node MCU. It is compatible for Arduino based board. Whereas in AVR programming, register level programming means that the program is specific to that specific board only. It doesn't run on other microcontroller based board. Next, learning and modify. Using Arduino program, we are able to easy to modify or easy to learn. And speed, coming to the Arduino is slow speed and AVR is high speed. The memory consumption is more and memory consumption is less. Roughly, we are saying that Arduino programming is simple. Without knowing the hardware details, using the Arduino predefined function, we are able to implement the applications. But in AVR, we must be aware of the registers. What are the registers are available in the hardware? What are the ports? And we should aware of all the internal architecture. Then only we write the AVR programming. Coming to the pin out of Atmega 328, it is a 28-pin IC. These 28 pins are there are three ports: port B, port C, and port D. Here there are three ports: port P, port C, port D. All the ports are 8-bit registers. There are three registers are available. Basically, data directional register. It is used for to set whether particular pin or whether particular port is acting as input or output. Port X for writing, pin X for reading. Coming to the pin mapping between Atmega 328 and Arduino Uno. Actually, port D is mapping to 0 to 7. Port D, that is nothing but PD0 to PD7 is mapping to 0 to 7 of Arduino pins, and port B is mapping to 8 to 13, that is a PB0 to PB5, and PC0 to PC5 is mapping to A0 to A5. See the diagram. This is Atmega 328. Actually, it is a three ports: port B, port C, port D. Okay, port D is mapping to 0 to 7, and port B is mapping to 8 to 13, and port C is mapping to, suppose we are consider port C is in these pins, the port C is mapping to A0 to A5. This is the pin mapping between the Atmega 328 and Arduino Uno board. Coming to Arduino IDE, integrated development environment. Okay. This is the Arduino IDE. Okay. It consists of in C there are only one function is required, that is the main function. In Arduino case there are two functions are required. One is the setup and loop. Okay. Setup to initialization statement, loop for repeated statement. Repeated or continuous statement we must write in the loop, and one time initialization statement we must write in the setup. For Arduino IDE there are predefined functions are available. Using these functions only we are able to implement the program. Suppose pin mode, pin number, comma, input or output. Pin mode basically is referred to set whether particular input pin as a input or output. Digital write pin number, comma, high or low. That means whether we want to give the logic 1 to the particular pin or logic 0 to that particular pin. Next, digital read mainly is referred to read the digital sensor. That may be switch or that may be DHT sensor. Suppose you want to read any sensor, that must be connected to one digital pin. Now to read the voltage across that pin, we are using the function called as digital read pin number. Next, we want to read the ADC result. There is analog read pin number. Suppose we want to give the analog voltage to the particular device, analog write pin number, comma, value. Next, delay is for to produce the sum delay. Delay 1000 means it will, whatever we are giving within the bracket, it will be considered as a millisecond. This is an Arduino IDE environment. Suppose I am connected, the LED is connected to second pin and a switch is connected to fourth pin. So pin mode 2, comma, output. So LED as output, switch as an input. So pin mode 2, comma, output. Whereas switch case pin mode 4, comma, input. Suppose we are giving the pull up concept 4, comma, input underscore pull up. Basically for input and output there are two things are available for digital and analog. For digital function, digital read and digital write. For analog, analog read and analog write. Suppose I have connected the LED to 13 pin. I want to turn on and turn off the LED with 1 second. First I have connected the LED to 13 pin. So I am declaring 13th as output, pin mode 13, comma, output. Next, I want to, in order to turn on the LED, we must give 5 volts to that pin. Means pin mode, digital write 13, comma, I means LED should be on. After 1 second, I want to off digital write 13, comma, low. Same code we are written in the Arduino software. Okay. This is the tick mark for compilation, arrow mark for uploading button, and on the right side there is a serial monitor is there to see the output on the serial window. This is the laptop with the Arduino IDE programming code. The main advantages of Arduino IDE, it is a open source, and the next one is easy to develop the application with the availability of predefined functions. Suppose using the pin mode, digital write and digital read are a serial communication commands. Using those commands, we are able to develop the application with easily. Next, it supports all the tools in a single package. Editor, compiler, assembler, debugger, linker, loader are the tools on a single IDE. Next, it supports so many libraries like Wi-Fi, GSM library, LCD library, Ethernet library, real-time operating system library, SPI library, I2C library, DH digital humidity and temperature sensor library, one wire and ESP2. Using predefined libraries, using these predefined libraries, we are able to write the programming is easily for interfacing the devices. Next one is easy to add the board packages from the board manager. For basically Arduino IDE contains some, it supports some basic board, but we can also add the board packages from the board packages from board manager. If you see same thing on the real time, this is my Arduino IDE. I have connected the LED to the 13th and 12th pin. For external LED, I am connected to 12, and there is an onboard LED is there that is connected to 13th pin. This is a this is the onboard LED. Okay, that is connected internally. It is connected to 13th pin. Suppose if you see the code in the setup, I want to declare internally it is connected to the LED to 13th pin. So 13th pin has output, pin mode 13th output, and I want to connect the some external LED that is connected to 12. That is also declared as output, pin mode 12 output. I want to on and off with 1 second. In order to on, we should give the 5 volts. 5 volts to the particular pin. Digital write 13, I means that LED should be on. Next, another LED is 12, I. Delay. After that, digital write 13, low. Digital write 12, low. Delay 1000. If you have this very tick mark for compilation, arrow mark for uploading. Before uploading to any program, first we can go to tools, and the board must be Arduino Uno. Arduino IDE supports so many boards. First we want to check which board we are using. Next one is port must be check mark. Next, we are clicking on upload button. We are uploaded the code. My LED is on and off with 1 second. This is the basic program for Arduino IDE. LED is on and off with 1 second delay. LED is on and off, on and off. It is a very simple program. Similarly, we are able to implement any applications using Arduino IDE because it has a ready-made libraries and a ready predefined functions. Thank you.